Hello, everybody. I'm John Evans, and you're watching another episode of Mid-Mod Money, the show that teaches you how to buy and sell vintage items for a profit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Happy Monday, everybody. Just a quick reminder, we do have Mid-Mod Money merch now. That's right. I have the Mid-Mod Money logo on the coffee mug. I'm wearing the Oh Heavens No design, which is when a man at a flea market, when I asked him if he'd take 7 on a $10 item, he looked at me and said, "Oh, heavens no." So a multitude of designs on a multitude of different things. There'll be a link in the bio. Also, a link will be in the first comment of this video. So check it out. Support the show. Buy some merch. All right, we're going to get to today's thrift store haul, which is a fantastic thrift store haul and a good example of sometimes you find things and you don't even know what you have. Sometimes you can look at something instantly and say, I know what that's worth. I know that's worth money. Sometimes you find out the biggest thing in your haul was you didn't think it was that impressive. So let's get to it, and you'll see how high profit this thrift store haul is. Now, this is a simple thing that you'd put in your booth for $12. I paid $2.50 for this. I'll make $10 off this. You do this enough times in a booth at an antique mall and you've paid your rent, and then when you sell a big ticket item, you're really picking up a nice check at the end of the month. So these are the little things, little baskets, a candy dish, whatever, but it's very 60s, and someone will pay $12 for this $2.50 basket. Same thing. I found this swirl kind of drizzle paint candle votive. Boy, what's become of me, huh? Candle votives? No, this is, again, $12, $13. I paid $2 at the Goodwill here in Oakland, Maryland, and people love this drizzle design. This was huge in the 60s, maybe late 50s, but this one's 60s, and it's probably worth $12, $13. Paying the rent at that booth. Next thing I found, I just did a whole episode about wood, right? Handmade wood stuff sells. Trinket boxes sell. This is a combo of both. This nice with the wood inlay, couple different kinds of wood there. Very well put together. Hard to say how old it is for sure. I believe it to be 70s based on the design. Good looking box, $18. I paid $2 from Christian Crossing here in Oakland, Maryland. I'm going to get $18 for this little wooden box. Again, antique mall booth. You put this on eBay, it might take a while. You put it in your booth, bam. Now let's get to the more impressive, higher profit parts of this haul. I found these two enamel on copper. Well, one is like a coin dish. The other is an ashtray. These were $2 each. $2 each. Goodwill, Oakland, Maryland. Now, this is made by a company called Bovano, and the only reason I know that is because there's a sticker on the bottom. Bovano, Cheshire, Connecticut. This is not that impressive. This is about a $22 enamel copper dish. But this, the ashtray with the incredible 1960s design, and Bovano was early 50s into the 60s. This is probably somewhere in the 60s. But this is about a $34 ashtray. If you find a nice enamel ashtray like that, the going rate is about $34. Bovano! Keep an eye out for that. Next thing I found at Highland Thrift Store. Man, oh man, a Shevitz. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. This is a swung vase. Yellow, hand-blown swung vase. And remember, swung vase is when the glass blower has this on the end of the stick, he's pulling it like this. It's stretching the vase out. You get that look, which is a very desirable look and a pretty good color, yellow. I'd say it's probably third behind orange and green, but this is a nice one. It's got kind of a weird design on there. This is probably a $28 swung vase. I paid $3.50 for this at Highland Thrift. And man, they just had this out, not even in a case. This was just loose in their store. I was like, give me that. So yeah, probably 28, 29 bucks. It's about a $30 vase, and I paid $3.50. Again, this adds up. Now, I might have overpaid for something. I don't like to admit that generally, but I found this little coffee carafe with a little can. I mean, if you had this on your desk at work, you would be the coolest person on planet Earth, I think. Just your own little individual coffee thing. I don't think it's Pyrex, but it's Pyrex adjacent. This was $8, 20% off at the Queen City Indoor Flea Market. I just absolutely almost blacked out right there. This is $6.40, and it's probably 18 bucks to me, but I wasn't going to leave it there because mid-century modern sells, old coffee stuff sells, and I'm going to, make 12 bucks off it. And again, the accumulation of these smaller items in your antique mall booth, when you sell a big ticket item, it really happens. Now, the next thing I found was this at the Christian Crossing thrift store here in Oakland, Maryland. And look at the price on that. Whoa, $15. I saw this, I picked it up, I knew it was something. I looked on the bottom, and in the middle there, it says Wilton Columbia, PA. Wilton Columbia. Now, there's a Wilton, they used to make pewter from the 1890, this company has been around. But in the 60s, Wilton Jr. developed a technique of an aluminum alloy mold that they were able to make these aluminum alloy vases or pitchers and plates and everything like that. So the design on this one says it's between 63 and 69. So this is a 50-year-old aluminum pitcher with a great mid-century look. Reason I bought it, I definitely hesitated at the $15 price tag, but the only one available on eBay was $49 plus free shipping. So I said, you know what? As I got into it, this is a pretty uncommon design. So I didn't hesitate at the 15. Oh, I hesitated, but I'm going to put 44 bucks on this and let it ride. $44 for the Wilton. You can barely see that. Wilton aluminum alloy. Holy smokes. All right, we have two things left. The next thing I found at the Habitat for Humanity store, Oakland, Maryland. Tire Hall from Oakland, Maryland. I found this. Black velvet, anyone? Yes, black velvet paintings sell. Some people don't realize. Some people look at this and go tacky. And I think that's what the store did, because just on it, it says art. $4. You might have had the art in quotes. It's a pretty nice bridge. I can't say for certain that it's the Golden Gate because there's no landmarks to determine that. I don't see the Transamerica building or anything back there. So, generic bridge over water, but they nailed the sunset. That's the part. And this guy just signed Sam. So it's nothing special. It's probably like a tourist thing. I love it. It's very moody, right? But believe it or not, these black velvet, depending on the subject matter, it's a $40 to $50 picture. Believe it or not. I saw a Pink Panther velvet in a thrift store for $69. Wow. So people realize this black velvet stuff is collectible. It sells. And I'll probably get between $45 and $50 for the black velvet. Now let's get to our last item. You guys have been patient. This is something I purchased and didn't know what I had until my research guy got involved, and we started looking at these, and I'm just going to show it to you. I found this decanter this swirl design decanter. And I didn't know for sure it was old. I could tell like on the bottom that it had good wear around the edges, which means it's been around. It's not chipped or anything, but you can see the bottom has good wear to it. I thought it was old, but I thought also this could be some new like home goods thing that's going around. Well, you know what? The only one of these I saw available for sale on eBay was $129. This, I believe this to be an Empoli glass decanter, teal in color, swirl design, ribbed swirl, I think is what the other one that I saw was called. And this was $3. $3. So here's an example. Same thrift store. They have 15 on this because they looked it up. They have 3 on this. And I thought that was worth more than this. It turns out this is worth between $100 and $125. And I just can't believe it. Empoli, by the way, people think Empoli is a manufacturer. It's not. It's an area of Italy where this kind of art glass was being produced en masse by about 4 different companies that had a multitude of designs. So when you hear Empoli Glass decanter, it's a region, not a manufacturer. So I don't know exactly who made this, but it does have the provenance of being from the Empoli part of Italy, Tuscany. But look at this vase. I'm going to try to get $99 for this because the only other one I've seen is $125, and we'll see what happens there. I don't know how strong that market is. Anyway, I spent $43. $43 total. When it's all said and done, mostly through my booths in Pittsburgh at the antique malls, I'm looking at $333 off of $43. That is a nice, unassuming haul of stuff. And we do this every week. Keep watching my show. You can do it too. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Hit that like button too. And remember, most importantly, always round up.